Closing arguments began today in the trial of Daniel Penny, the Marine vet charged with killing a homeless man who was acting erratically on a New York City subway last year. Now, the prosecution is going to conclude tomorrow by continuing to describe Jordan Nearly's cause of death, which they maintain was a result of Penny's chokehold on him. Then the jury's going to get the case, and again, I've said I don't know how they're going to convict, but we're going to talk about that. The defense argued that Penny's a hero who sort of selflessly stepped up to protect his fellow passengers, threatening, unpredictable Nearly, Penny risking his own safety to protect others, quote, all of those riders and more. Daniel Penny was the one who moved to protect them. Why? Because he had something the others didn't. Something unique to him is training, because Danny acted to save those people, and there's no dispute that when Danny acted, he didn't know whether Jordan Nearly was armed. Video of witnesses was played at the trial.
You know, because when he came in, he was unbelievably off the charts. He scared the living daylights out of everyone.
She's talking, of course, about Jordan Nearly, not the defendant. The prosecutor saying it was vigilante justice, taking the life of someone who never actually touched another person, didn't brandish a weapon. Prosecutors pointing to that same Marine training, alleging Penny should have known better. ADA Daphne Yoron at one point pulling out the Marine Corps martial arts booklet, bear hug him, sit on him, hold his hands behind his back. The Marine Corps martial arts program has many options: the basic wrist takedown, the reverse wrist lockdown, the arm bar takedown. There were other options he could have used. The chokehold continued for another 2 minutes going forward. The last 51 seconds, Mr. Nearly was already unconscious. There was no conceivable justification under the law and human decency to hold an unconscious man in a chokehold. Penny did not testify, but his interrogation tape was played for the jury.
Some guy came in, he's like, whipped his jacket off, and he's like, I'm gonna kill everybody, I can go to prison forever, I don't care, I don't do this. At that point, I looked to the person next to me like, hey, just hang on to this phone for me. I had my headphones in and took it off, and just kind of like grabbed him from behind, because he came in, just to because he was acting like a lunatic, like a crazy person.
Joining us now is Andrew Cherkasky, Manhattan-based criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, has been following this case closely. Good to see you. So how much does it tell us about the defense's confidence in their case that they didn't call Jordan Nearly the stand? I mean, people say, oh, defendants don't try to take the stand, but in self-defense cases, a lot of the time they do.
Well, he didn't need to testify in this case because the prosecutors used his statements already. So you're right. Jurors do like to hear what the accused has to say for himself, especially in a self-defense case where you have to say that you physically felt threatened and that that's what you were actually doing. But when the jury hears it through the prosecution's evidence, there's no need for him to testify all over again. We also heard what all those folks on the train said, people with no bias, no reason to have one side or the other on their mind. And they all seem to come out for Daniel Penny, saying that Daniel Penny had stepped in, basically labeling him a hero for a very chaotic, very dangerous, and very scary situation.
Let me play a little bit more of that. This is number 4, those witnesses.
The guy in the tan did take him down very respectfully and just held him down. He wasn't trying to choke him and kill him.
I mean, again, just those accounts alone, it is very hard to see how there'd be a conviction. And you made the point to me as we were talking a moment ago that prosecutors here have already made a concession in their case.
That's right. Prosecutors have essentially said that Daniel Penny's initial contact with Nearly was legitimate, that there was enough of a threat to engage in some degree of physical contact. They say that it went on for too long. Well, where exactly did it go on for too long? They're claiming this last 50 seconds or so that Penny should have essentially sensed that Nearly had become lifeless, despite the fact that it appeared that the hold at that point wasn't really causing a withholding of breath at that point, but was just kind of there holding it. In the end, there's a question from the defense's expert as to whether the cause of death was even the chokehold itself or whether it was related to medical and drug ingestion type issues.
So they got a lot of arguments to make here. I mean, look, if you were the prosecutor on this case, would you have ever brought this case?
You can never bring this case because there's always the possibility that maybe some people see this as too much force. But to say that no reasonable person would see this as a reasonable self-defense, that's the standard for prosecutors, that a jury should be able to convict, that there are no other paths of reasonable doubt, and they're all over the place here. So
and when
I'm not sure what they were thinking.
We looked at the jury selection of the 16 jurors on this case, meaning the 12 and the 4 alternates. 5 of them have said they felt threatened on the subway. Almost all of them are subway riders. They've almost all dealt with something. But 5 of them said they felt threatened on the subway. I don't see how they're going to get a conviction here. The question to me is just, will it be a hung jury or will it be an acquittal?
That's right.
We'll see. Andrew Cherkasky, good to see you. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.